Today is the day that Elon Musk decided he was going to start buying Bitcoin. Well, not really. He started talking about it. Maybe he's trolling. Maybe he's being sincere. But what we know is that Elon Musk is potentially going to be buying Bitcoin, or at least he's taking it seriously. This after many, many moons of him kind of trolling crypto and the entire, blockchain industry. Yes, first, Ornata, Fabu, Jay Bainey, welcome everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about the potential for Elon Musk to be buying Bitcoin. It's true. He's tweeting about it right now. And of course, he's actually been tweeting about Bitcoin for a very, very long time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. I hope you guys are having an amazing time. This as Bitcoin pushes to newer and higher highs. This as the altcoin market is absolutely explosive. If you guys are excited about this incredible bull run that we're on right now, about the potential for Elon Musk to be investing a portion of Tesla's balance sheet into Bitcoin, the potential to have not just 1 billion, but tens or hundreds of billions of dollars enter in what would be the most high-profile, probably most high-profile Bitcoin purchase of all time. And that is because Elon Musk is a thought leader in so many ways and is kind of capturing the zeitgeist that is our modern sort of business mind. Thanks already for the super chats. Yes, Hathor is an interoperable blockchain. Yes, they are interoperable, but they're not focused so much on the Ethereum ecosystem right now. I want to be financially independent so bad. Yep, that's why we all joined crypto. To me, financial independence is the point. That is the point. So if you guys are excited to hear about Elon Musk and a $1 trillion stimulus that's making its way through Congress, this as Bitcoin is piercing through its all-time highs and showing incredible strength, and altcoins are going absolutely bananas. We're going to be talking about a really, really cool coin that is actually mooning. So it's kind of goes against my thought process, but I wanted to review it because I think it's something that you guys would enjoy and just give my thoughts on it. And so if you guys are excited for this, I think it's going to be a really good episode. Do me a favor, smash the like button. And of course, it shows this content to a lot of other people. Remember, as always, that each and every comment on this video is entered to win your very own Ledger Nano S. Would SEC block him? I don't see why they would block him. They didn't block MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is a publicly traded NASDAQ company. Why would they block Elon? Just because he's Elon? It doesn't really make sense to me. Boom. But a Bitcoin or a dip right now. Don't know what that means. PRQ dead. PRQ's dead? I don't think PRQ's dead. What, because it had a dip? It hit 60 cents today. PRQ hit 60 cents today. Or 58 cents, almost 59 cents. That would be almost a 12x from where we covered it. UNN doing wonders, as is PRQ. Yeah, I don't know if that's a troll comment, but they're not dead. Thank you for the super chat, Cesar and Inez. If you guys are excited to hear about Elon Musk, to dig into these layers and for us to try to understand, is there a reality here where Elon Musk actually buys Bitcoin or has Tesla buy Bitcoin? And is this move, what could this move mean for the larger Bitcoin community, for the larger investment community, as Elon's moves now are setting a tone? What he did with Tesla, what he's been doing with SpaceX, the success he's had is so admirable. Elio, did you get in on Bridge Mutual Private Sale? I did manage to get in a little allocation on Bridge. And I think a lot of people in this community also got into the Bridge Private Sale because, I found Bridge really early. Nobody really knew about it. And I was the first person to cover it. And I saw Ivan talking about it. I actually told Ivan about it because I thought he would be interested in it. I think I did a lot to help build out the Bridge community because I believe in insurance projects. And so, this is one that I'm excited about. Again, the launches for these coins can be crazy. So if you guys don't get into the pre-sale, just be careful on the launch. Be careful on the launch, right? Because they can be very, very competitive and have bots attack them. But I think I was able to help a lot of people get into the pre-sale from what I can tell. Real quick, in your opinion, if you had 50K to invest, would you just buy BTC or split BTC and ETH? No, if I had 50K to invest, and I do, I would never go all in on just one thing. I would never split. If you just want to set it and forget it and you don't want to worry about it, just buy Bitcoin, split Bitcoin and ETH and forget about it. If you guys really want to move that 50K or whatever K, like $1,000, $500, if you guys want to really move it, then doing things like getting in on pre-sales. Like Ivan had a segment earlier today where he was talking about people just messaging projects and being like, hey, I can help with being a community moderator. I can help doing this or that. It would be really, really it's actually not that hard for you to get in on projects, but you have to be really researching heavily, and you can get ahead and get in on projects into their pre-sales. And that's some of the most transformative kind of growth you can have for your portfolio. So for people that are looking for a way to get in on some or to really maximize their portfolios, you won't get a lot of allocation. A lot of these really good projects, it's really hard to get any allocation, meaning you can't invest that much. But if you do end up being able to get any allocation, that's better. Even if it's a few $100 or $1,000 or a few $1,000 if you're lucky, that can multiply significantly. And then those are big wins for your portfolio. And you're really in on that base level with the project. But let's talk first, before we get too much into the weeds here. Let's go and dive in and talk about this Elon Musk tweet. And if you guys are excited about this, do me a favor, smash those likes. 667 of you guys. Let's try to fill up this chat. We had almost 2,000 people in the house yesterday. Let's see if we can beat it. So Elon Musk tweeted, what is this? Is it showing it's not showing the right window. Sorry, let me get the right window here. Done. Cool. Cool. Got it. Sorry, guys. Sometimes my Streamlabs, it betrays me. 733, you guys. Thank you all for joining. Hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season so far. And this, of course, is the news of the day, which is that we have Elon tweeting what looks like, is this Jack Dorsey? Is this supposed to be Jack Dorsey here in the meme here? I don't know. Smash like if you think this is Jack Dorsey right here. He says, me trying to live a normal, productive life, and then Bitcoin. And then we have under here, which is, of course, Michael Saylor saying, if you want to do your shareholders a $100 billion favor, convert Tesla balance sheet from USD to BTC. Other firms on the S&P 500 would follow your lead, and in time it would grow to become a $1 trillion favor. He's essentially saying this is a 10x bet that you're making. And Elon actually, without trolling, without just being a memester here, just said, is this even possible? Like, is this a possible transaction? And so it seems as though he's actually taking this seriously. And this, to me, was, of all the stuff, this was the most important tweet, because this is him actually legitimately doing some Twitter DD. And he says, yeah, I've purchased over $1.3 billion in Bitcoin in the past few months, and I would be happy to share my playbook offline from one rocket scientist to another. And then everyone starts going crazy on this, right? Starts going crazy. Pomp with his fire emojis, Tone, all this stuff. Tone actually thinking like anybody wants you in this discussion. Tone, get out of here. But at any rate, this was pretty funny. And then we have this now he reverts back after that to memes, because he knows that, of course, if he starts saying that he's going to buy Bitcoin or making it seem too realistic here, that it's going to set off a hyper wave, and that potentially he just needs to fall back on the meme, into the memeness of it. And so he says Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money, which is funny, because that's almost, if you pick apart this statement, he's saying that it's not as BS as fiat money, that it's better than fiat money, right? Even though he's memeing here. He's a smart guy. He knows what he did here. And so this is really, to me, or going back here, this is really just amazing. And then he starts saying, I love all you crazy people out there, because I know. And of course, he reverts back to the Doge meme. The Doge meme, which was his Twitter bio for a while. It said CEO of Doge. because it's just, that's just him. He needs to meme. If you guys are excited again, please smash the like button. Let's try to get this chat filled up. And we're going to talk about a really cool altcoin that's currently pumping a little harder than I would like it to, but I thought it was worth reviewing regardless. We are in a bull market where things pumping doesn't mean necessarily need to stay away from them, because things can keep pumping during bull markets in a really magical way. Elio, what did you say? Sorry, I missed this. Elon been into Bitcoin from the get-go? I don't think so. Unless he's doing a deep troll. I think he's just genuinely focused on a lot of other stuff. Elliot, Arsenal FC has made me severely depressed. I don't follow Arsenal. One of my best friends does. So if that's the case, I actually just had a little virtual lunch with him. Anyway, why are people talking about the EPL right now, English Premier League? Anyway, Parsek's going to be way bigger than the graph. I don't know about that, right? Parsek's very different than the graph, but regardless, Parsec is next level, and I'm just really happy they're getting noticed. Again, Parsec hit 60 cents today, or 59 cents, 58 and a half, whatever, 58.7 cents. Which is crazy. And that would mean that it was over 50 million market cap. It busted very profoundly into the top 200. And for me, you guys know, Parsec was a sponsored review. But it was one of those things that I had already made the video, and then the team contacted me and wanted to do a sponsored review. And I was like, well, I was going to put this out anyway. I will definitely happily take more PRQ tokens and sit on them. And so, I only really work with projects that I'm super passionate about. And Parsec's a great example of a project that I've been working with for a while. I'm super passionate about what they do as a developer. I like what they do. And so seeing them get noticed now is just great. But going back here, let's see what happens here. I think it's actually a realistic possibility that companies like Tesla do start converting their balance sheets into Bitcoin. And if that happens, it's going to set off an avalanche. And then, what you might start seeing is some extra regulatory FUD coming in, because it would become kind of scary for a lot of the other, it'll be scary for potentially the banks and stuff if it becomes too trendy for SEC regulated publicly traded companies to buy Bitcoin. Though this is essentially the trend that everyone's been waiting for. And, we really have to just shout out Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is kind of, I can't believe I'm not following him. Anyway, Michael Saylor is really the GOAT. He's just been dropping Bitcoin dunks now for months. Look, he bought this whole, he bought like a professional sort of like YouTuber setup here to be doing his podcast and stuff. And you could tell he really likes the Bitcoin and crypto communities. Like, he's become, as far as I'm concerned, he might as well be just like a crypto influencer. That's the way I see him. But yeah, anyway, if you guys are excited for everything Michael Saylor does, I'm excited about it. I think it's a great influence. Give him a follow here on Twitter. Give him a little follow. And then this is to me absolutely huge. If you guys have been following the channel for a while, you know that one of my initial sort of theses about this bull run was that it was only really catalyzed, especially the altcoin sort of DeFi thing, was really catalyzed by the stimulus. And the fact that we haven't gotten stimulus since really Q2 of 2020, finally it looks like we have made it past a huge hurdle here with old Mitchy Mitch trying to go ahead and open up his dusty old pocketbook here. And this is big because they're going to do a $900 billion package, on a human level. People are hurting, right? People are hurting really badly. And so to me, it's extremely sad. We're doing really well here in crypto land, but a lot of the greater world is hurting. And so I don't want the world to fall apart here. Bitcoin's doing just fine. It's going to do just fine without the world falling apart. So to me, to see the stimulus being brought in here, to see Elon Musk tweeting about it, to see these huge catalysts all kind of combining and coalescing in crypto land is to me a really, really, really beautiful wait. So stimulus has been reached. McConnell confirmed. Is that it? Is it confirmed? I don't know. Will.i.am. Let's see. Stimulus reached. Is that it? 3 hours ago. I don't know if there's anything more current than this. Anyway, yeah, regardless, this $1 trillion stimulus is going to be absolutely huge. And so I'm really, really excited to see what happens here. This to me has been one of the biggest stories of 2020. We had this unprecedented sort of money printing sort of in confluence or at the same time, simultaneously with all these other nations. And that kind of money printing, the sort of the modern monetary theory that if we all print money together, this is, I mean, it's a huge thing for pretty much all assets, but we know that Bitcoin, especially in a bull run, is going to make a harder run than most assets. It's just how crypto is. The young and the nascence of the sort of undeveloped nature of crypto allows for extreme overpricing and extreme underpricing. And that's why you get these ridiculous sort of drawn out bear markets where altcoins get crushed and Bitcoin gets crushed. But then we get this where, you know, if I'm going to guess, I would say that crypto is going to run harder than most any other asset class. And so we're going to see this, the stimulus hit the markets probably within the next few months. We're going to see hopefully more companies like, yeah, Elon Musk is trolling, right? But if he's actually potentially considering using Tesla's balance sheet, you know, who cares if Elon's been on Bitcoin? People are taking notice that this is an easy win for your company. Look what happened to Michael Saylor's stock price. If you guys want to look at what happens to MicroStrategy stock over the last few months since he announced his Bitcoin buys. I think he announced his Bitcoin buys like in October here. And look, it went from, you know, $175 up to $342. Or if you take it back here at, you know, earlier this year, it was $120. So from earlier this year, it was a full 3x or almost a full 3x. If you do, you know, depending on where you measure from, right? Anyway, but year to date, right? MicroStrategy is gorgeous. Is it at all-time highs? I guess no. It peaked during the .com bubble, but it's at the highest it's been probably since like the .com bubble, right? So look at MicroStrategy repeating history here. Since 2000, it hasn't been this highly valued. So good for them, right? Good for them. And, you know, Elon, as much as Elon likes to talk about tech and all these things, the reality is I believe strongly that Elon Musk is highly concerned with his stock price. And so this is, to me, a very, very important story. Of course, Peter Schiff, yeah, this is amazing that Peter Schiff is even still around. Like, is it just because he gets clicks through this? I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know why anybody still follow. I mean, he's been so wrong on Bitcoin. I don't know if it's a troll at this point. I just don't know how to take it seriously. But at any rate, I believe that Elon is highly concerned with his stock price. I know that he's got all these bonus structures set up with his stock prices and that he's been pretty maniacally concerned with the stock price. So if it becomes a thing where he thinks he can 3-4x his stock or even more based on buying Bitcoin, I think he's going to consider it, especially the Michael Saylor example here is a profound example of it, right? So no, don't basically invest in Tesla. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if this happens, if you're already holding Bitcoin, you're in the right place because it's going to set off an avalanche of Bitcoin buys, in my opinion. And then as we've seen, like, look at what's happening. Like, you know, we're seeing these insane pumps in the alts due to this newly found liquidity. And of course, more liquidity coming in through Congress. So let's talk now. Obviously, wanted to touch on Parsec hitting 58 cents. Just super excited, guys. It makes me really, really happy when projects I cover do well because that means that my community is doing well. And when you guys do well, that means that we can essentially that I've done my job, right? I feel like I feel like I've done a good job by leading you guys to the right places. Again, there's probably more upside for Parsec in the not too distant future here, as it's only a $47 million coin. There's plenty of coins sitting at hundreds of millions, and I think Parsec could be very like a universal infrastructure project. So I'm still holding very cozy in my bags on PRQ, and I'm hoping that we can have even better performance in the future. Seeing this thing hit $1 in the future would not surprise me. And we'll just see how it goes, right? If Bitcoin and crypto explode to newer and higher highs, this thing could even, you know, like I said, look at coins like Neo. And I hate to constantly bring up coins like Neo, but you could look at a coin like Neo and look at where it was as the bull run was starting last time. And you could say, all right, well, here it was. It came off. It was at these lows. Sorry, let me get this a little more extended. But it was at these lows here. What's the market cap? Let me get the market cap. That way it's a little better for you to see. But it had a market cap here of like 8 million. Then it popped up to like 9 million. Then it popped up to like 25 million. And then we start getting it, then we see it pop up to a market cap of 2 billion, right? Or wait, is that 2 billion? Is that really 2 billion? Yeah, it is. Anyway, so you see that at each phase, like it pops up to 35 million, right? Parsec is like right here. Parsec is like right here, 40 million. And so if things start pulling neos in the market, 49 billion to 2 billion, 49 million to 2 billion, this stuff is possible, right? And that's why I point back to it all depends on the growth of the market as a whole. If the market grows as a whole, then the opportunity for alts to just absolutely explode is there. And that's why, to me, being in the altcoins that are most likely to take a brunt of the new liquidity in the market, that's where you really, really, really want to be. Zoom your web page out. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, let me get into this. Now we also have this story. 1111 for all of you angel number lovers out there. Make a wish. I wish for this bull run to go on forever. But yeah, we see this amazing growth out of MahaDAO. It's definitely hot right now, 162%. I don't personally buy numbers like that, but it's worth now looking at the project and understanding what it's doing. And somebody commented it earlier. Do you know anything about VLO? Big fan. Thanks for your content. I'll crack open VLO in a second. But MahaDAO does this really interesting thing where they have this preserved buying power coin called ARTH that protects and increases your purchasing power, shielding you from financial life, shielding your financial life from the effects of excessive money printing. And so this whole idea of their ARTH token is that the MahaDAO token is like MakerDAO, but you also have this stable coin that is supposed to be not just tied to a dollar, because DAI, the stable coin for MakerDAO, is algorithmically balanced to mimic a dollar. And so MahaDAO, you have these assets that they, as one asset appreciates, it sells off and buys the lower valued asset. And they essentially have this sort of balancing act that they're doing. I'll kind of bring my head down a little bit here. And you can see that there's this complex algorithmically balanced, I don't know why I can't say that, algorithmically balanced stablecoin. The point is that this is a new way. And here's the thing. This is really cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also always a little worried when things get a little complex like this because we haven't seen it play out, right? This is still just early FOMO, right? And so don't think that this is guaranteed to work, though it is cool. And I like to see sort of innovations here in stablecoins. And you can see that they're on Matic here. Matic is a phenomenal L2 scaling chain that is, essentially a second layer to Ethereum. And there's a lot of really cool projects going on Matic. I'm a big fan of Sandeep and their team. I actually know the team personally, have spoken with Sandeep, the head of Matic, several times. And they just keep pushing. They're a really hardworking team. I have a lot of respect for them. Have I had a look at Red Fox Labs? Huge potential. Yeah, Nuggets News, Alex from Nuggets News was pushing me to look at them because I'm doing a lot of gaming stuff, and they have a lot of gaming stuff going on. It looks cool. I've heard some rumors that they have like a partnership, this really big partnership. I forgot what it was. It was like a big tech partnership. At any rate, yeah, they look cool. I don't have any Red Fox, and I still need to learn more, right, to get fully bullish. But I'm sure it's cool, right? At any rate, I just wanted to say this is a really cool new DAO working on stable coins, cross-border and cross-chain liquidity. All that stuff is kind of buzzwords and stuff. But this is really where the new value is to me. And again, I'd like to see a lot of innovation in this because what we have here is if we innovate here, you can see that RSR is RSR crypto. Is this it? Yes. So Reserve RSR, which is one of the better performers of 2020. I think they're up like 100x from their initial launch. They're working with, I think, are they listed on Coinbase yet? I'm not sure, but they super legit project. They have Coinbase as one of their investors. Peter Thiel is one of their, they have Coinbase Ventures behind them. They have what's his name? Sam Altman from Y Combinator. They have Peter Thiel. Let me get my head out of the way here. I'll get these guys over here. They have Peter Thiel, Sam Altman, Coinbase Ventures. It's like a crazy, crazy group of super powerful investors. And they also have this thing where they're using a flexible pool of stablecoins, so that essentially it de-risks the stablecoin and makes it less risky. And so this MahaDAO thing might actually start to try to accomplish a similar thing. And if we look at RSR, you have MahaDAO at, 8 million market cap. If you look at RSR, you have that at 190 million market cap, right? So this could do a 10x and then another 10x and still be X's away, like a 3x away from hitting, or a 4x away from hitting RSR. So you're looking at like a 24x bigger. And you always love to see projects that are doing things or innovating in a way that their use case could start to catch up to other use cases. And so, I'm always a big fan of the comparisons because, like I've said many times, we don't really have a good way to price and value cryptocurrencies. And that lack of ability to price and value cryptos leads to dramatic overpricing and dramatic underpricing. And those over and underpricings give you a huge opportunity to exploit those, to buy low and to buy way too low and to sell way too high. That should always be your goal. Finding an amazingly fundamentally strong project, waiting for it to bleed if it's already done a run, getting it before it does the run, getting into the pre-sale, doing your due diligence, and then waiting till it overprices and goes absolutely bananas and taking some profits, right? That's how you should be playing this game, or not financial advice. That's how I play the game. And I think I've been playing it pretty well so far. BTC is like toilet roll only. What? Okay. Thank you for all the information you provide. I invested in Bitcoin a few years back and checked it off. So amazing. If Elon Musk buys, do you think it will happen? And how much do you think? Yeah, I mean, it's all speculation, right? It's all speculation. He started memeing pretty shortly after, right? So it's hard to say. He started saying one word Doge, Bitcoin is BS. I don't know. Who knows, right? But honestly, the best thing you could do if you want Elon Musk to use Tesla's money to buy Bitcoin, the one way to guarantee that will happen is if you destroy the like button, guys. 1,291 of you guys, do me a favor, please smash the like button. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking your time on your weekend to come and talk about these coins. And I hope, based on the feedback, that these videos we've been making of recent have been helping. We covered UNN, also insurance. We did an interview with the founder before it launched. And it's doing pretty superbly. It popped up to about 35 today, which is about, what is that? About a 2x, a little over 2x from earlier. Anyway, so UNN bags, again, you guys know I'm heavily invested in the insurance space, Alrighty, I love that there's not, I love that there's not too many super chats today because I really like interacting with the normal chat here. API 3, yeah, you guys, you already know API 3 is on my God tier coins. I think it's really, really solid. Really, really solid. I think it's going to make a big run. I think the timing's awesome. You rock, you're keeping it focused. Thanks, guys. Synthetics, really good project. Synthetics, actually Tika Tiwari just put it on his list saying it's going to go to like $600 or like hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap. Yeah, it could happen. Who knows? Thoughts on Anchor? I love Anchor. Let's look at Anchor. Anchor is a really good example of a project that's probably not been performing right as well as it should. 135, it's not too small. Just like Parsec, Anchor's, oh yeah, you love to see this, right? You see it has this huge, I will say, I think I had a huge part in bringing a lot of widespread understanding for what Anchor is. I was covering it in July and talking about how as Ethereum pops up, something like Anchor is also going to do well. And the thing about Anchor is, and I'll pop open their website here, Anchor actually allows you not only to stake for ETH2, which is cool, but they're really a big Web3 component here because they allow you to spin up nodes for almost any blockchain. They have Harmony, Compound. Let me get a little bit down here. Harmony, Binance, CoinOne, Harmony, Compound, Matic, They allow you to stake for nodes. They have APIs. If you know what Graph is, everyone's obsessed with Graph right now. Graph is an API behind blockchains. They have enterprise solutions here. Let me just bust through a little bit. You can see that they are working with Cello, Ethereum, Polkadot, Avalanche, Elrond, Cardano. This is Blockstack, Matic, Oasis, Tron. Their list of partners and the amount of nodes, they've deployed over 8,000 nodes, and they have literally, here, let me get my head out of the way. Sorry, guys. And they have literally just this ridiculous large group of partners. Tomo Chain, Ferrum, Waves, 50 more, right? They have 50 more partners here. So they're really dumbing it down so that anyone can launch a node for like any blockchain. And that's really, really huge. And so I really like Anchor. Again, if you look at the price, and like obviously the best time to get an Anchor, would have been, down here or something at a penny, or what is that? Not a penny, a tenth of a penny. But it doesn't matter, right? It popped up here to about 1.5 cents, 1.6 cents. And then it cooled off and it pulled all the way back to half a penny. And then, you see it grinding its way up. And this is what strong fundamental projects, what they do, right? Is they will have these hype moments, and then they'll have, lots of FOMO. And then you'll have these early investors, these early investors are these people who are sitting on big bags, from when it was all the way down here, and they're sitting on a 10, 15x, right? They'll take some profits and it'll send it down. And then a lot of people, if they don't know the project, will sell down here in this muck. They'll sell in this muck when it's still not getting its legs under it. But then you'll see this. If you look, there's a trend here where the project is jumping, and the higher lows, and now you see it wants to get up above this. It wants to get up above these peaks here. It's already above this one. And if it keeps grinding up, it'll probably have a breakout in the future. I like Anchor. I'm holding Anchor. And I think their tech is good. I think it's good for the ecosystem, what Anchor does. And I invest in technology. Some people, you guys can invest in SHIT coins, right? Can't swear. Got to keep it PG for the YouTube algo. But if you invest in degen coins, you could make way more gains. But they're not going to hold, right? Something like a Parsec, like an Anchor, we got in on Parsec at 5.5, 6 cents. And then it's gone up to 60 cents. That's a 12x. But most coins, if they're just degen coins, there's no future after that. People take their profits, it dumps, and that's it. Something like a Parsec, like an Anchor that's constantly growing and evolving their tech and their communities, it can take that 12x and then 10x on top of that because it's continuing to evolve. And you're not going to see that in the degen coins. Just saying thank you. We all appreciate your time. I appreciate you, James Tobias. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. What about NBS? It's on Binance. Great content. Been following you for a long time. NBS. I'm not sure if I know NBS. Thanks for the super chat. New BitShares. New BitShares. I knew the old BitShares. When is this from? This is from September. NBS Plus. Okay. So this is like the most Chinese crypto website I've seen in a long time. I'm not sure I understand what's going on here. NBS is a newly built blockchain on the infrastructure of BitShares. Okay, yeah. So they took BitShares, right, which is kind of a dead project. They took BitShares and they relaunched something, and maybe there was some connection with Binance. Wow, they have $167 million trading volume. Whoa, look at this. Look at this volume they have, 167 million. I would say that I would need to know a lot more information. It just pulled a 3x. Wow, 140%. Wow. I would say I need to know a lot more information about what's going on here. There could be some big people behind this that are just kind of relaunching. Like BitShares had a lot of money behind it, but it's like a dead project. Dan Larimer, the big developer behind EOS, launched BitShares before. Charles Hoskinson was part of BitShares early. He was the original co-founder of Ethereum. He's the founder of Cardano. And so BitShares was like kind of it was very a hot project back in the day. Definitely not so anymore. And so it kind of is like a shuttered project. And maybe this is like some big whale money or some big people behind BitShares trying to make something of the infrastructure now that the bull market is on and popping. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, it seems opportunistic. like these old whales kind of getting together and trying to make something happen. If it's already on Binance, there's just stuff I don't know, right? I feel like there's too much I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of red flags and a bunch of questions that I have flying through my head. Definitely nothing I'll be buying, but that's kind of my take on it. It's probably some old big money bags that wanted to just get another bite of the cherry, if you will. Yo, Elio, any insight into Big Pharma getting into crypto, specifically Clintex, CTI? I don't know about Big Pharma getting into... I don't know about Big Pharma getting into blockchain too much, but I know that Big Pharma's, that's one of the industries that's probably forever, right? People want to live long. Even if there's a big wealth imbalance, right? People want to live long and prosper. And so these billionaires will continually run up their medical bills to astronomical new highs. So I'm a big believer in medical science and Big Pharma to continue to thrive. Clinical trials are costing, Clintex solution, pharmaceutical. So like this type of stuff I like, but the reality is it's a little out of my comfort zone. I just don't have the expertise to analyze it. I just, yeah, you're looking for a quick flip on NBS. I mean, it seems like it already quick flipped, right? If you're looking for NBS, new bit shares, it just did 140%. I'd imagine a pullback coming. Alliance Block and Acro think they will be great in a bull run. ALBT is pumping hard right now, a little bit harder than I imagined. I know they have some big news. You guys know I covered ALBT. You guys know I covered ALBT back at about 40 cents. And look, it's about 200%, a 3X, right? 200% gains above that now. And it's been on an absolute tear this last 14 days. I mean, look at this. It was hovering about 63, about 50% over where we covered it. And then just boom, boom. Yeah, so there's something big coming. I know that they integrated with, Ocean. They integrated with Ocean, which is huge. Ocean's one of my favorite coins. Let me get back to reasonable size view here. I know they integrated with Ocean, which is an amazing tier 1 partnership, right? Tier 1 partnership. And then they also had this partnership with, where is it? They had a API 3 partnership. Where's the API 3 partnership? Anyway, they've been killing it with partnerships. This is my original video back in November. Yeah, I'm not sure where the API 3 partnership is. Maybe I skimmed over it. But at any rate, ALBT, again, another beautiful coin that I think I found pretty early, found pretty low. I think it was like 2 million market cap when I covered it. Stimulus 100% approved. Here are the details. Everyone who qualified for the last stimulus will qualify for this one. Company loan money no-go has been shut down. Company loan money no-go has been shut down. Plus children now qualify for $600 each. Company loan money no-go has been shut down. Does that mean that company loan money is a go? Because companies need money. Yeah, companies need money. Injective? Yeah, Injective's killing it too. Let's check out Injective. Dang, 1,300 of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't turned that little thumb blue, it would make its whole holiday season come true. Santa doesn't come to the houses without the blue thumb. That's what I heard. Then again, I'm Jewish, so I don't really know. All right, Injective protocol. Thinking about launching NFTs on Injective. Yeah, that's really cool. The graph listing on Injective Solstice net too. So they have this graph Injective thing. Really, really cool stuff. All the stuff they're doing is just top tier. So I've been talking with their team since the beginning. I was actually able to get into the Binance Launchpad little allocation. I've been covering it since 70 cents. It actually went under the price of the original launch on the market. And you kind of love to see that because you always love to see when retail really gets in. That's to me one of the most beautiful thing. And so I was covering it actually a lower price than even the Binance, Launchpad folks. So that's really amazing, right? And so this thing's, I mean, I don't know if the price is reflecting it, but it was just on a mad tear over the last few days and weeks. So yeah, it's down to about $3. It did pop up to about almost $4 a couple of days ago. So you got to let this thing sizzle off and gain strength again, right? Because look at this thing. It started down here. We were covering it all through here in the 70-cent range, even down here as it was getting lower. And then we got this mad run up to $4. I mean, that's almost 600%. Wow, what a performance. And so you'll see it do this, right? You'll see it. Well, you want to see it do this. You want to see it hit these jagged sort of points of support and not want to go below it. You want to see it form a base because after a 600% gain, it's pretty hard to keep going. But you want to see it form a base and kind of grind its way up, kind of like the Anchor thing, right? You like we saw Anchor. You want to see it form that base and grow. And so if we look at the last 180 days with Anchor, you want to see the same thing happen with Injective, so it can start having another breakout. But they've been on a tear, right? So they and mad respect to them. They've been killing it, and derivatives are huge. So, oh yeah, they have a long way to go to catch synthetics. A long way to go to catch Serum was at like a 200 million market cap. Where they only have 40 million market cap. This thing could easily, 5x, 10x, right? So I think so. Elio, what's your own personal Mount Rushmore of crypto? I don't know what that means. My top four? I don't know. It's hard to say because you can't like exclude Bitcoin and Ethereum, but then that's not going to make you all the gains, right? It's not going to make you all the gains. UTK is great. I love UTK. Really good team there. Really good team. Akash, bro. Yeah, so Akash, I'll be making a little update on Akash. You guys know I'm big on Akash, right? And some people brought up some great points when I put out my video, and that's why I love the feedback loop with the community. Let me get this a little zoomed out. Akash here, we covered it about 65 cents or something like that. And, it's been poking around all-time high. After the video, it hit all-time high. And it's just the start, right? Because this market that they're trying to serve at 24 million market cap, this market that they're trying to serve here is, to be honest, it's like not just a multi-billion, it's like hundreds of billions of dollars, the cloud compute market. And it's dominated by the big companies, but these guys have already proven, their team at Akash Network have proven that they have the ability to develop tech that outstrips the big dogs. And the reason why we know this is because their team was part of the team that created Firebase. Firebase got acquired by Google and is their new cloud infrastructure for Google. So Firebase had 110,000 developers on it before it got acquired to Google. So not only do these guys know how to create bleeding edge cloud infrastructure, but they know how to get developers adopting it. And they have this amazing deployment where you can actually, where does it... So where do they talk about deployment? Because the reality is that they created a situation where not only are they creating extremely low-cost cloud compute, let me get my head out of the way, where they're allowing you to compute for a tenth of the cost of the big companies here, but they also created a way for you to do like super, super easy deployment. So that you can just deploy your current cloud infrastructure project on Akash with just a few clicks. And so what this allows is for a no friction environment for them to deploy and get developers and apps already working on it. And so I'm a big fan of Akash. This is one of my long-term holds, and I think this could be potentially kind of like a Parsec type situation where people just don't get it yet. I haven't seen any influencers talking about it. I haven't seen any big, there's just not a big hype. There's not a big buzz about Akash yet. And that's what gets me super excited is when projects don't have the buzz yet. And I do think that their tech is worth the buzz. And so this is a really interesting thing. And cloud compute, what it does is it ties together the decentralized web. And so you have something like a Filecoin. You have something like interplanetary file system that's decentralized storage. And then you need decentralized computation to take advantage of that decentralized storage. And then you can create a decentralized web. And so this is like the glue for decentralized storage projects. You need this. And the way they've set it up, I think I'll be doing another episode. I'm actually going to become a validator for Akash Network. So I'm bullish. I'm long-term bullish. I'm going to be a validator, and I'm going to create a really simple guide so you guys understand how to validate or how to stake to the network as well, because they have a 50% APY on staking, and they're doing a dividend. So if they had this amazing thing where they show the actual economics. I did an Akash video if you guys want to see the Akash video. But they show that they would actually be paying about 20% of their revenues to token holders. And so if they get something like a 1% market penetration by 2023, then each Akash will be estimated to be making $7 a year. Each Akash is currently only 87 cents. And so you're telling me that each token could be paying you, based on today's prices, if they're successful in getting this market penetration, this could be paying you almost 1,000% APY just as a dividend, not even staking rewards. Like they also have inflationary staking. So yeah, big fan of Akash. Hope this has been informative. Elon Trades was the first. So shout out to Elon Trades. Correct. However, I don't see any big YouTubers. I think it's a better thing to say. Elon Trades was shilling it, but I don't see any big sort of those sort of bigger content creators talking about it. And so as much as I love and follow Elon, I don't think that that's mainstream yet, right? And so even me, I don't think it's mainstream yet. And so we still need to get everybody talking about this and understanding that this network is really, really powerful and their technology is powerful. Oh, I missed your super chat. Sorry about that. Thoughts on PayPolitan EPAN? Ocean founder is a fan of the project. Thanks. I haven't checked in on a while. A lot of the crypto Twitter people were on it. EPAN. Let's see where it's at. Yeah, so it had this huge wave, and I tend not to touch things as they're on the up and ups because they tend to do this. And so if you like EPAN, look at it. Now it's kind of like a good time. You see it kind of bottoming out. So you see these things where the coins kind of bottom out. They have their hype wave, then they come down, and then they start hitting this base of support and coming up. And that's a great time to get into a project if you like it. Because if it does have a future, and I don't really know that much about EPAN, I know that a lot of people were hyped on it. Some folks on crypto Twitter I like. So yeah, payments, I think it's good. It looks like a cool project. But again, there's just going to be so much competition in payments that it's hard to predict if anyone's going to be a big winner, right? But it looks pretty cool. I'm sure there's some parts of the project I'm not quite recognizing just on this cursory glance. But again, in a bull market, something like this, what's it marked? I don't see the market cap. If I knew the market cap, I could tell you better what I think the short term is. But if you do like EPAN, it looks to me, if I'm just looking at this chart, this is kind of what you want to see out of a chart, the bottoming, and then you see that it's really reached a bottom and it doesn't want to go, it wants to go up from there. And so maybe it'll start hooking up and try to reach it back to this all-time high. The all-time high was what, 43, and it's currently at 13. So yeah, that would be like what, like a 3 plus X. So good sort of token setup there. Again, I can't vouch for the fundamentals, but it looks like it's got something. Which founder did you say was into it? Anyway, thanks for your quality and depth of content. I learned a lot from you. Keep it up, mate. Happy to do it. Thank you for the super chat, Jamie. I appreciate that. Kind words. Noob Finance, upgradable NFTs and their own NFT marketplaces in the works. Cool. Yeah, sounds great. Don't hold any. That alone just kind of, it's a little generic, but we'll see. You guys know I'm bullish on NFTs, but I think that there's going to be a much more high-level NFTs. High-level NFTs being combining big IP, really big brands, really active and useful ecosystems like video game ecosystems, types of gaming where the actual there's functionality to the NFT really big, and then there will be some art stuff if they're trending artists, if they're big artists, right, famous artists, but not. I don't think it's going to be that easy just to like make an NFT ecosystem and have it pop. It'll just be sort of short-lived. Thoughts on smart credit? I haven't looked into smart credit in quite a while. What was my entry price on Akash? We started talking about it at about 60 something cents. Have I looked into Pi yet? No, I haven't. There's a lot of pies. Elio Trades, you missed my thoughts on Phantom. Phantom's awesome. Like it's cool tech. I actually talked with some of the folks at Phantom. I was really excited about Phantom back during the sort of Andre Cronje, mania, if you will. And I predicted that I was going to pop, and we started talking about it, somewhere in August. And I put it on my September coins list, and then it popped up to its peak at September. But then the market really fell apart. And so, something like Phantom, a bit longer term, lots of good fundamentals, but it'll probably grind out this range, probably grind it out for a while before turning up. I'll probably be focusing on other coins besides Phantom, just because it's already so big. It's already so big. The market cap is 52 million. So yeah, it'll have some sideways before it grinds up. They need to do some big releases. Velo. What's Velo? I think I've heard of this. Yeah, it looks interesting. Looks interesting. I don't know what the market cap is. The volume is really low. Looks like it just kind of no, not just launched, end of September. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much distance between right now and the all-time high. I need some secret sauce. I need to dig deeper to get the secret sauce. I don't see any yet, but doesn't mean there isn't some. I'm on deep. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Yeah, ramp we talked about during the dip. I didn't go hard on it or make it like a full call. I do like the project. I know the people behind it. It's a cool project, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it took off pretty significantly. I haven't checked in on it though. Thoughts on Luxo? I like it. I'm not big on high fashion stuff. What do you think of Badger DAO? 282 million TVL. Okay, so here's what I think about TVL, guys. TVL is a bad metric. It's a good metric. It's also a very bad metric. It's kind of like the only metric we have for DeFi right now. And I think looking at TVL for like all of DeFi is worthwhile. But I think looking at TVL for individual projects is bad, because what happens is with a lot of projects, and we see here that TVL right now is over 16 billion. Amazing. However, what we see is with a lot of projects, you see TVL kind of jump around. And so what you'll see is people lock value. They'll go and milk the coins out of the liquidity mining with their TVL, and then they'll dip and they'll get out of there and they'll sell and they'll have made all this money, and then they're gone. And so the TVL doesn't necessarily mean that there's a long-term value there. But it can mean something good. Where's Badger here? I don't see it listed on here. And so sometimes it sticks around, sometimes it's good. Like what's a good example here? Let's look at Cream. They're actually still hanging around, but you see when big TVL comes in, you see a project like Cream, and it was all the way up at like almost $300. And even though they still have some pretty significant TVL, right? They still have, $170 million of TVL. The thing's down almost 80%. It's down almost 80%. So it becomes here you go. You can see Cream it had this huge blow off during DeFi Mania. And so, yeah, I don't know what to say. It's hard to say. TVL is just not really a very useful metric. We need a better way to judge DeFi protocols, and it still hasn't come around yet. Strong. So Strong is an interesting concept. I railed against it at the beginning because their tokenomics were horrible, and they had kept like 98% of tokens for themselves and their team, which is just too greedy. And then I said that my target for Strong was because I had some buddies that were always trying to They're always trying to shill me on strong. They always wanted me to get in strong, and I like them. I respect them a lot. But I kept saying it was up here at like $290. I was like, my target for this token is $10, and it came down. And it actually, I think it kissed 16 or something. It kissed 14. So I was telling them this at like 300. I was like, I hate this tokenomics. Now they're going to burn all the tokens, and there's some other stuff they're going to do, whatever. I think that it's an interesting project. I think down here at 3 million and $24, it's worth looking at. Whereas up here at 300, it was a never ever. So I'm glad to see things are starting to normalize a bit, and we'll see. I'll have to check it out. Check out Nerds, bud. Yeah, Nerds is like a core type situation. Once they pump, I don't touch those. It's just too risky. Thoughts on Yield App? Yeah, I actually met with the Yield App team. It's interesting. There's a lot of stuff like this coming out. Bro, you missed my super chat twice. Crypto Rick, I'm sorry, dude. I'm like looking at these super chats through my broadcasting software. So I don't always get all the super chats. Crypto Rick, if you could just say your super chat again, I'd appreciate that. I don't mean to miss anyone's super chats, guys. You're sending me money for, again, I'm happy to answer your question. You don't have to super chat me to have me answer your questions. You don't. How big can Bondly get? I mean, it's pretty big now, but it obviously has a chance to get even bigger. It's really hard to say. Again, cryptos are hard to price. You know, I like the team at Bondly, and we'll see. Michael John Scott, I missed your super chat. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, guys. Harmony One analysis. I don't want to do that, to be honest. It's just such an old kind of stagnant token. I'm trying to look for Crypto Rick and then whoever else I just missed. Michael John Scott. Guys, where'd your super chats go? All right. Well, if you're not gonna say anything, I don't know what to say. Hey, can you check out Vaults? Dracula Protocol? No. Michael John Scott, you're just sending emojis. Okay. I acknowledge. Crypto Rick, what are your thoughts on Dracula Protocol, DRC? All right. DRC. I haven't looked at this thing since like Halloween. Thought it was like, Dracula. Haven't looked at this thing since Halloween because it was like a Halloween meme coin last time I checked. But I guess they have like 500K locked. I mean, it looks pretty dead. Market cap 230K. Volume 44K. Not the numbers you want to see, guys. Not the numbers you want to see. I think this thing had like a huge sort of, yeah, look at look at that chart. Oh, God. That's not what you want to see. That's not the chart you want to see, guys. Nope. I would say to turn into a bat and fly away from this one. Can you check Edgeware, parachain of Kusama, and it's getting NFT? Yeah, I know Edgeware. Everyone's getting NFTs, guys. NFTs are going to be everywhere. NFTs themselves mean nothing. NFTs mean nothing. It's about understanding where the good NFTs are, the valuable NFTs. I'm not big on sports betting. Thanks for the super chat. You can already bet and gamble with crypto most places. Adding in gambling is a pretty low value add. Let me get back up here. Yeah, and I think I got through all the super chats. All right. Elio, how about polls? Yeah, I'm still holding polls. I'm still holding my polls. Like I still hold like 30% of my polls back. Marlin is only for non-USA residents for staking, for the staking portal. I didn't know that. UNN is a great project. I agree. They've got a little while to their full release, but hopefully they build strength. Can you check out Bonded Finance? Yeah, I looked into that one. It was Barnbridge, or no, Bonded Finance is different. Any familiarity with Space Chain? I have a literal moon bag. I don't have any familiarity with Space Chain. This space SPC looks like the Stellar Lumens icon. New and improved SPC token. Is this right? Is this right, Roundhead? I don't know if this is right. Satellite network. If this is what you're talking about, to be honest, I don't really play around with this kind of stuff. It's just so speculative. It's so speculative. It's like, give me something where I can see a through line. Elio, did you check Vidya token gaming project? I haven't. I'll look into it. Can I check Bridge Mutual? I brought Bridge Mutual I pretty much was the first one to cover Bridge. I told people about Bridge. I think like 1/4 of the private sale community came from this community. Have I seen the NFT of you? There's been many. But I don't want to endorse the NFTs of me because I'm actually coming out with NFTs, and I don't want people to get confused and think that the ones that aren't mine are mine, to be honest. I'm going to be doing things with mine that allow for utility. I'm going to be building really amazing stuff into my NFTs. They're going to be, I mean, the art is sick for my NFTs. Don't get me wrong. We've got some amazing artists. But the utility is going to be what separates these. Theta, I'm actually going to try to start streaming on Theta. I just never remember to. The Theta team's really cool. All right, guys, I think we're looping around. We're seeing a lot of the same names coming up. Again, Elon Musk, is he going to buy Bitcoin? Is he just memeing? Is this for real? Is he going to potentially do a $100 billion transaction? This is the great FOMO. This is the great thing that is going to keep us excited, right? If Elon Musk buys Bitcoin, it's going to set off a chain reaction. Absolutely fantastic. Congress just approving COVID relief. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. So to me, all of these things are potential huge catalysts. Not that we need one, because of course, Bitcoin is at $23,000. It's a beautiful thing. And you see, as it starts to grind out these sideways ranges, right? As we start to get these sideways ranges, this is where the altcoins start to really get slingshotted up, especially, remember, as Bitcoin, and this is exactly what happened in 2017, as Bitcoin reached its June cool-off in 2017, this is exactly what we want to see. We want to see Bitcoin make a huge run up like we're seeing, and then go parabolic here, and then get a period of malaise. And during this drawdown for Bitcoin, we're going to see the 10s and 100x's, right? So this is what we're building up towards here. And then we'll get this huge buying inflection with Bitcoin. That's what we want to see. Thank you so much, everybody. Fetch AI, I will try to get to and cover it another time. I appreciate you guys coming out. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. We've been having some crazy gains here on the channel, here in the market. I hope you guys are enjoying them. If you guys are new to crypto, I'm going to be doing some intro series, helping you guys get your feet under you and understanding sort of the path that you can follow to start interacting with some of these more, price reactive coins. A lot of people don't know how to find and invest in them. If you guys enjoyed the content, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It really helps me and the content grow. If you guys are new to the channel, we're going to be covering some seriously amazing coins this week. And if you want to be the first ones to know about them, I believe that that's a smart idea, is to be on the early side. Early is what pays in crypto. And all you have to do, if you love crypto and you want to see those coins first, is subscribe and put that bell notification on, and you'll be made aware whenever I put out videos. It's really easy to be made aware when I put out videos. As usual, my name's Elio Trades. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join my Telegram group, the links for both of those are in the description. I have a big smile on my face each and every day now in crypto land, and this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of the historic bull run that we've been waiting on. It feels surreal, but I do believe strongly that history is being written, and it's just been an absolute joy. So thank you guys for being with me. Thank you guys for continually following the channel, and